freedoms and say an immense growth of power of the government, which we don't want, right? Etc., etc., and that is reasoning. And eventually, you need to wrap it all up with evidence. Depending on the format, you either have to give a stat here to say, yeah, stats can be made up, of course. For example, you can say 94% of performance-enhancing drugs have been proven not to be harmful in, say, the term of 10 years or 20 years. But in other formats, it is better to replace this part by painting a picture, by telling a story. Like, imagine a young athlete who, due to a freak accident, had difficult injury at the age of 15. That injury prevented him, would have prevented him from ever kicking a ball again, and he would never be able to even walk onto the football pitch unless there was some miraculous cure for his for the damage done to his, say, muscles. And then, if we allow him to take steroids to induce his muscle growth, then his muscles will regrow stronger than ever, and he'll be a football player just like he always wanted to, and we will have a happy man, and a happy man means a happier society, and a happier society, ladies and gentlemen, means that we are all happy and that we absolutely have to propose this motion, right? Yes. You will hear that often and know that this is not the way you should act, but do paint a picture at most times. Do say on what particular occasion would it be good for a particular person. Yeah, you need to personalize your claims, your evidence. Would it be good for a particular John Doe to take these drugs to, say, pay to a sexual worker or to get an abortion? Now, there is also another theory on how arguments should be constructed. And once we're through with it, we'll have some practice on developing arguments of our own. I believe that you like this one more, because it can fit into one sentence. Arguments need to be sexy. Yeah, they need to have a statement, an explanation, then an example, and yeah, I'm aware that this will be misspelled, impact. See? Sexy. Okay, now we're going to practice a bit on how to develop sexy arguments. I'm going to choose some volunteers. Okay, so you here seem most active, so I won't choose you. You two. You. I'm going to give you a motion, and you'll give me an argument. Okay, so let's see. This house would punish the parents of obese children. So what's your statement on this one? Why should we punish those parents?
Because they don't take care of what their children eat and how much they eat.
Absolutely. So, your statement here would be, these parents need to be punished because they are the ones who provide the food to their children and don't take care of what and how much their children are eating. And then you proceed to explain why that is the case.
They're responsible, and they're actually the reason, they're the cause.
Yeah, and this is where you need to say, how are they enabling the children to overeat?
The kids don't control what they eat, they're just given the food, they don't have a choice.
Yeah, that's right. A parent decides what the kid is going to eat, because the kid is tiny and isn't required by the law to take care of itself. Thus, the parent has a legal responsibility that needs to be reflected on this aspect as well. Yeah. Then you give an example. The example as I've said, can be made of? Paint me a picture. Come on.
A young child gets diabetes, and diabetes is an illness that usually older people get.
Okay.
Gets really sick, and it's the parent's fault. It's not the child's fault.
And how did it happen?
Because the parent gave the child wrong food, and the parent was irresponsible, not doing their duty.
Absolutely. And how does this affect the society on the whole? How does this tie in with the motion? Why does this warrant the fact that it is good to punish parents of obese children? What will happen if we don't?
If we don't, parents will continue doing what they're doing, and if we do, they will take care of what they're giving to their own children.
Cool. You see, it's not that difficult. That is a complete argument. Now we can continue. You there in the back row, you're smiling all the time, so I'm going to give you an opportunity to say something. Your motion is, this house believes that cats are better than dogs.
Oh God, I don't like cats.
Yeah, and that's the thing about debates. You're assigned a topic and you're assigned a side. Because even if you're the world's greatest homophobe, you're going to have to argue for gay marriage. At least at one point in your debating career. So you are now going to prove to us that cats are the animals that have to be had in a house because they're so awesome. Go.
Okay, cats are better dogs because they're smaller.
Okay, that's a statement. Now explain. Why is being small a good thing? Because a big animal would be an issue to have around the house. Why?
He's bigger than...
Yeah, it's easy for him to go on a rampage
He needs
and tear this thing down and smack this off the table and take this flip chart and run with it on his head and slam into the door, open the door to your fridge, eat the sausages you have in there, and a tiny little kitty can't do it, right? Right. That's an explanation. Now give me an example.
For cats.
Yeah. How would a smaller kitty prove itself to be good to have around the house? Again, paint me a picture. Say, a tiny little kitty named... Give me a name.
Fluffy.
Fluffy. Excellent. A tiny little kitty named Fluffy is an excellent pet, as opposed to a hypothetical family's huge bulldog. Because the bulldog likes to chew at the furniture, say, and the kitty just likes to cuddle. Yeah. And that's your example. And now give me the impact. Say, what would happen if the society perceived cats as better, and what would happen if the society perceived dogs as better animals? And then, why is it ultimately better that the first one prevails? If more people have cats.
I don't agree with... Okay, I understand what you want to say, but
Yeah.
I know.
Well, you could, and it is typically the best suggestion to do so, tie it in with your explanation and or your example. Say, we would have more furniture being broken if more people had dogs. Thus, we conclude that cats are the animals that we should have as pets. And this is where our argument concludes. Now that we're getting a bit more familiar and a bit more involved, any volunteers?